welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Today I have my yearly roundup for you. I think I did one last year and the last year before that, or at least on Instagram I did. And just to keep things very quick, snappy and to the point, because I feel like this is gonna be a kind of long video because I have so many products to mention, I am gonna get right into it. So first I'm gonna go over all my makeup favorites. I'm gonna give you one favorite in the high-end category and then one favorite in a more affordable range. I'm not calling it drugstore, I'm not saying it's like the most affordable, but definitely more affordable than the high-end version. So for concealer, I have two favorites. The Hourglass concealer in the shade Peach and then the Mars Cancel Conceal in the shade 04. Both are spectacular. They are not dupes for each other, but they just work really well and they're such good shade matches for me. Okay, then for setting powders, we have the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Easy Bake, and then in the more affordable range, we have Nykaa's Matte to Last Pore Blurring Loose Powder in 03. I feel like multiple shades of this will work for everyone because it's a very subtle tint of color that it has, and both are really blurring and really good at setting under eye concealer, kajal, lipstick, literally anything and everything. They're both very versatile and very flattering. Contour slash bronzer, this is more bronzer not contour. I have Hoola bronzer from Benefit, which has been a multiple year type favorite. It's just the most perfect like bronzer shade. It just is so versatile. I love using it on my eyes also. You know this, I use bronzer on my eyes, especially a matte one, as my base eyeshadow. The same goes for Tipsy Beauty's Silk Cushion Contour in the shade Maple Syrup. I really quite like this shade as well, and I like the doe foot applicator. You get a lot of control with this because you can apply it on the back of your hand and then take it on a brush and then apply it. I just really like this formula. I forgot to mention this, but all of the makeup I'm wearing today are the affordable products that I'm mentioning today. So this is honestly how the products look, and I have a full Instagram tutorial as well, so you can go check that out. For blush, I have two very wildly different colors. First we have Dior's Afterglow blush in the shade Mahogany. It's just the most perfect like sun-kissed look every time I use this blush. It's very expensive, but just the most flattering color. I feel like it'll work on so many skin tones also. And then for the more affordable version, we have Kiro Beauty's, I assume it's a blush stick, but I think it should also be multi-use on the eyes and stuff like that. This is the shade Vintage Rose 03, which is my most favorite shade. I have it on right now, but I feel like you can't see it because it's so bright because of the light, but it's a very like bright coral color, but when you blend it out, which by the way this is so easy to blend out, it's just the most heavenly looking flush of color. I love it. Okay, for brows, I obviously have to mention both of these products. I feel like I've spoken about them for years now. This is Benefit's Precisely My Brow in the shade 5. It's the most perfect brow pencil ever. Like, it just is so easy to work with and very subtle color, and it doesn't give you like thick, stark brows, which is very essential. And it also comes with a spoolie on the other end, which is critical for if you want like natural looking fluffy brows. To go with that, we have the 24-hour brow setter. It's just hands down my most favorite brow product gel ever. It just glues my eyebrows down in place and just does not budge. Even on days when I don't feel like doing much, I feel like just one coat of this brow gel is a game changer. It is a transparent brow gel. It does not have a tint, which makes it very versatile. Sometimes I'll do like an affordable look and actually will have to go in and set the brows with this because it feels incomplete without it. That is how much I love this, and I use it in every single video. So in 2025, I'm actually resolved to finding a different brow gel that I like just as much, if not more. Stay tuned. Okay, and then in the more affordable category, we have Fay Beauty's Brash. This is a multi-use product in that it's called Brash because we made it for both brows and lashes. The special feature about this is the dual-sided wand. One side is tiny bristles and one side is longer bristles, so you can really customize the look that you get with it. and if you layer it up you get like beautiful voluminous lashes like I've done now, and it's also on my brows as well, so you can see what it looks like. For the brows I did go in with the Benefit one. As I mentioned, it feels incomplete, so this is the look that you get with Faye Brush, and it's the most amazing affordable mascara, and it's clean as well, and it's very easy to use and easy to remove, which is my biggest consideration when it comes to mascara. I don't like using waterproof mascaras for that reason. Speaking of mascaras, this is my Luxe mascara favorite of the year. I have used this to death. It is the most amazing voluminous thickening length. It just gives me goddess like lashes, and every time I wear it I feel like someone compliments my lashes, which is a really good sign that your mascara is working for you. And I'm a big clumpy lash person, and this gives me that without needing to use a lash primer. I just go in with it like 2-3 coats and it's perfection. For kajal favorites, I have Huda Beauty's Creamy Kohl. This is the one I reached out for the most through the year. It's just very creamy, it's easy to blend out. If you want to use it as a eyeliner or eyeshadow, then this is perfect. Same goes for the affordable variant, which is a Chambord Extreme Wear Kajal. This one I've been using since literally 11th standard, 12th standard, because it's my mom's favorite as well, and they recently I think changed their packaging, but the formula is still insanely good, and they have multiple colors. Like they have a beautiful sparkling olive color which is just stunning as an eyeliner. You just have to go into a store and try it out. I swear you will not leave that store without buying that kajal because it's so beautiful. These are my 2 kajal favorites. I don't like that I'm not gonna smudge and stuff like that. I prefer if they're smudgeable. But if you are looking for a smudge proof kajal, then I think that René Midnight Kohl is a good option. Check that out. Then for lip liners, I again have a Huda Beauty recommendation. This is Huda Beauty's lip contour in the shade Rich Brown. It's creamy, it's perfection, it's just a perfect brown lip liner. I'm gonna do a swatch for you. It's so versatile, like you can literally use this with so many lip combinations, which I have done through the year. For the affordable variant, I obviously have to mention Juicy Chemistry's Kajal in KG02. This one I use exclusively as a lip liner. I do not even ever bring it between my eyes and my lips. That's not hygienic at all. It has never failed me. I cannot live without this as a lip liner. It is, you have to get it. Like if there's one thing you have to get from all the products I'm mentioning, which all of them are amazing, it's probably this one. Like this is gonna be a game changer, especially for like duskier skin tones. All of us end up buying lipsticks that are a bit too light for us, and this is gonna save you every single time. Lipsticks. First, I'm gonna go over my 2 favorites in the Luxe category. Just the most amazing shade. First, we have Chanel's Lip Black. I think that's how you say it, in the shade 63 Ultimate. It's a lacquer, so of course it's shiny, and I just love the look every time I wear this. Especially paired with like a brown lip liner, this looks elite. For my next bougie lip favorite, this is MAC's lipstick in the shade Warm Teddy. I don't know if they've properly launched this or not, but I lucked out and I found this mini size in the store. This is the shade, which is a very like orangey nude. So this is a pinky nude and this is a orangey nude. And if you've been here long enough, you know that I love a good peachy, orangey, brownie lip color. This is that lip color. My Luxe favorites were specific to color, but my affordable suggestions are going to be specific to ranges. This is Faye Beauty's Lip Whip. Their formula is insane. It's the most comfortable liquid lipstick I've tried probably. The nude one is the shade Nut. The red one is in the shade Tease. I love their campaigns. Obviously, I mean, I'm biased to the brand as a whole because I used to work there, but their red lip campaign was so beautiful, and when I tried the colors, I was like, bury me in this lip shade. Kay Beauty's Creme lipsticks, they are stunning. Like they are very pigmented and they work really well on even pigmented lips despite being like a shiny creamy lipstick formula. I'm gonna just demo the shade Dreamer for you, which is such a nice, again, orangey nude lip color. See that? Ugh. Oof. It's shiny and glossy and very like hydrating, but the colors are also really nice and vibrant. They perform very much like a very expensive bougie lipstick without being as expensive as one. I also want to mention the Kiro lip gloss formulas. This is the shade Smoked Plum. I have it on right now paired with the Juicy Chemistry lip line. Well, kajal, of course. But this is such a high shine and comfortable lip gloss formula, and it's very pigmented, like very opaque kind of gloss. I love it. They sent me 5 shades and I've kept all 5 shades for myself because I love the formula that much. And now we're gonna tackle skincare, and here I could not manage to get enough favorites in like the affordable range to put it in there, because with skincare I'm very picky and they have to be really high performance, and unfortunately with skincare especially I feel like you do have to spend a little bit extra if you want properly power packed products. Not to say that affordable ones are not available at all, maybe I've just not found them. I will try to mention affordable ones as much as I can, but I just wanted to give that as a disclaimer. First up, we have double cleansing products, which means cleansing balms, oils and micellar water and stuff like that. I have 2 favorites. This is Intu's Doubling Down Nourishing Rinse Off Cleansing Balm. It is so good. Like, it just melts off all of your makeup with such ease, and it feels incredible on the skin as well, and there's no stinging, no irritation of the eyes. It's just like the perfect cleansing balm. This is just one of those products I've been using behind the scenes and not talking about that much, but it's an essential, especially to remove eye makeup. Sometimes after I go in with my cleansing balm, cleansing oil, and then also wash my face, I have to go in with this just to get my kajal in between my waterline out and remove any excess bit of like mascara and stuff. So this is like I can't live without it type of a product. The next category is face wash, and I actually don't have with me my favorite face wash of the year because I emptied it and I cannot find it anywhere for me to repurchase it, and I also get a lot of products gifted to me, so I keep wanting to try them out and not, you know, waste them. So right now I'm using a different cleanser, but the one that I really love this year is called the S&P Prep Salironic Foaming Cleanser. I will try to leave a picture of it here, and if you find it anywhere on planet Earth, please buy it and try it for yourself. It's just amazing at removing makeup. I have dry skin and it suits me without making my skin feel very like tight or stripped. I love how foamy it gets, which I think is something I'm really enjoying in cleansers, is what I'm realizing. So I'm still looking for my next favorite foam type cleanser, but that one was so good. As for toners, I finished 2 toners in the year that I've really loved. First up is Aveen's Thermal Spring Water Spray. I'll leave a picture of it here or linked somewhere in the video. I honestly don't know what it does for the skin, but it's so high, like the feeling of just misting it on my face is so nice, and I feel like it really calms my skin, especially when it's too hot and stuff. It really is very cooling. Along with that, we obviously have Laneige's Cream Skin Refiner, but the old formula. I have not tried the new formula. Old formula I loved and my skin loved it. It would just quench my skin like nothing else. They don't make that formula anymore. For the moment, I have been absolutely loving and actually going nuts over this Dew in Balance Soothing Milky Tonic. It is such a beautiful formula. The mist is perfection. It sprays evenly everywhere and it doesn't like go in your eye and sting it and make it burn. It's just amazing. You can use it pre-makeup, during makeup, post-makeup, just any time, like post your workout, because it's antibacterial, what else did they say? I don't remember. It's anti-everything, and it's just so good at soothing the skin and making your skin feel like quenched. It's so good. For serums, I have 2 recommendations. The first one is Vichy's Mineral 89. I got this when I was traveling in Turkey because I love a good hyaluronic acid or very hydrating serum. I don't like to go overboard with my actives. It is like a very hydrating, plumping serum. It feels like a tall drink of water for your skin. As for a more affordable variant, it's not that much more affordable, I know, but this one is Asaya's Multi-Peptide hyaluronic acid serum. The peptides in this are really good ingredient for prevention of aging. I wouldn't say it's anti-aging, but it's kind of like helps to slow down the process of aging. So it's just a great ingredient to incorporate into your routine very early on. Moisturizers, I have two. Ironically, both come in tubs, which is so cute, and they're glass jars. This is Pharmacy's Honey Halo Moisturizer. It is so expensive, but it's 150% worth it if you have the budget. It's like a thick cream, like a thick cream, but it melts so beautifully into your skin and it gives you such a healthy glow. It's perfect, like literally for my skin, for my dry skin. Sometimes when I get those red dots and spots all over my face because of whatever reason it may be, this is the only thing that calms it down. So I think I will be repurchasing this for the rest of my life, even though the price tag nearly kills me every single time, but it's never let me down. An affordable recommendation for a moisturizer that will never let you down is Face Skin's Daily Dip. Now this is a very lightweight texture compared to the Pharmacy one. It literally just blends into your skin in no time at all. It has hyaluronic acid, PGA, I'm not sure what that is, cica and ceramides, which we love to see. It's just a beautiful moisturizer and it's so affordable that you will never feel guilty about repurchasing it and using it to death. For my top sunscreens of the year, we have the Beauty of Juicing sunscreens and Phase SPF Juice. This one is obvious. It is the most lightweight, non-white casty, no grease, easy to blend out, never lets you down type of sunscreen. It is just insanely good. It's literally like a moisturizer and you can use it without worrying about restocking it, which is the best thing ever. My more bougie recommendations for sunscreen are the Beauty of Joseon sunscreens. Now they have two variants. I've used both of them are quite nice. The original one is slightly heavier in texture than the new aqua variant, so choose depending on your skin type, and yeah, they're both very nice and I have been reaching out for them quite a lot. This is my second tube of the original formula, by the way. Face oil, I do not have an affordable recommendation, but Amino's Radiance Face Oil, it's been the best thing to have entered my life in 2024. Given I have dry skin, I do need to use an oil at the end of my routine sometimes, and this one just makes me wake up with the glowiest, smoothest, most hydrated, moisturized, everything. Like I just look like I have the healthiest skin ever. And you can even use this before your makeup as a really good prepping step. I just love this oil. This is my second bottle of this, but I also have so many backups. Like I have one in Chennai, I have one in Bombay, I have one in my travel kit, so I never have to go without it. It's literally, I'm obsessed with this oil, honestly. Lip balm of the year obviously has to be Indiewire's Dewy Lip Treatment. I've gone on and on and on and on about how much I love this lip balm. Even if I use other lip balms in the day just to be able to finish the other stuff that I have to end my night with this one because it makes me wake up with the most juicy, hydrated, moisturized lips ever. Like it even feels soft. Like I cannot convince you through a camera just how much I love this lip balm. I have 4 of them. Like I have one in my handbag, I have one in my car, I have one at home. So it's just everywhere. Like I literally refuse to live without this lip balm. You have to try out something from the brand. Let it be this one. Now we're moving on to hair care. This is a fun category because I feel like my routine was very sorted toward the end of the year because I had a lot of hair fall issues. I went to the doctor, I sorted it out, and I finally feel like I'm at a good place with my hair routine. My biggest and most impactful discovery in the hair care category this year is this shampoo. It's the 8X shampoo. It's amazing. Like it's just amazing. I had a dry scalp which was causing a lot of hair fall for me, and my dermat recommended this shampoo, and then I've proceeded to recommend it to you because I was so impressed in just like 2 washes how effectively it cleanses the scalp. And I use this every other day because I was told to wash my hair every other day, and that's been so helpful for my hair care overall. Like it's made such a big difference in my hair care routine, and I take it everywhere with me because it's quite a nice size, and for my first wash, I need to have this. For my second wash and conditioner, I really like the Tree Cell hair care range. This I get from Lumes. They gifted this to me, and honestly it's still not run out because they're such good sizes and they're so worth the money. This one especially, it makes your whole bathroom smell like you're in a forest, which makes sense because it's called the Night Collagen Shampoo in the Midnight Forest variant. And this is the Collagen Boost Scalp Pack, which you use just on your roots, unlike a traditional conditioner. They even have an ampule, which is perfect if you have curly hair. It's just the nicest way for you to get bouncy, voluminous curls that are actually conditioned. And sometimes I just do that and I let my hair air dry and my curly hair just looks amazing. Conditioner of the year is probably Ritual's Muru Muru conditioner. This you guys suggested to me honestly because I had only tried the Babassu one before this. I think they rebranded all of their products and now they're all known by different names, but this is their damage repair hair conditioner now, which is made with Muruguru seed butter. It is so nice. Honestly, it is such a creamy formula. It really conditions the hair like nothing else. If you have curly hair, this is a godsend because it foams up in the shower. And if a conditioner foams up in the shower when you add water to it, you just know that it was made for your hair type because it's really gonna get absorbed into each and every single strand and give you healthy looking curls. For serum of the year, we have Kérastase Elixir Ultime. This one just shocked me. I think I prefer the Moroccan oil a little bit more over this if I want like proper moisture from oil type situation, but this one for a serum is just beautiful. It's so lightweight, it smells amazing, it just gives you frizz free hair. It's just a beautiful formula. Okay, this is the final category, body care. This year was the year I rediscovered my love for Dove. I've been using their body soaps and body bars, they like to call it, because it's soap free I think. They are so good. Like, I'm obsessed with that pink color bar. It's so nostalgic. But this year they have launched a new range of shower gels also. This is their serum body wash and I have all three variants. I really like all three variants, and also each variant is uniquely different and targets a different skin concern. This is such a nice, frothy, non-stripping body wash that's just gonna give you clean skin. It's just lovely. Honorable mention to Amino's Vitamin C Body Oil, which I don't have in stock. In stock, I sound like a shop, but I don't have with me right now because I finished my bottle of it and I'm waiting to repurchase it. But I will leave a picture of it here. The most amazing body oil. I've finished so many bottles of it, I can't keep count. I love the formula. It's so non-sticky, especially when my skin really craves moisture. I like to layer that into my skin. It helps me wake up with the softest skin ever. As for moisturizers, I have two favorites. This one should come as literally no surprise. I have finished maybe 5 to 6 tubes, maybe more, definitely more, of this in my whole life because I love this. Like, please, forget the Juicy Chemistry lip liner. This is what you need to buy. I will just not shut up about it until all of you have tried this moisturizer. You can use this on your face and your body. It's multi-purpose and it just, wait, let me give you a demo. Just look, I don't have moisturizer on right now. Once I blend this in, why am I saying blend? Once I rub this into my skin, I just have healthy looking skin. Like, it's just the perfect level of watery and moisturizing. Just get it and try it and then you will thank me later because it's amazing. A much more bougie option is the First Aid Beauty's Ultra Repair Cream. This one is also so amazing. You don't run out of this quite fast because you need very little of it. A little goes a very long way. The best thing about this moisturizer is that it absorbs so quickly and leaves absolutely no residue. Like, no residue at all. Obviously, if you can't tell, I need my body creams to be like unfragranced. I just prefer that. and none of that like sparkly stuff. Like I just want a good thick moisturizer, and this is that. We finally made it to the end of the video, and I am so happy to be done shooting. I've been shooting this makeup look and then shooting this YouTube video for nearly 2 hours, and it's like 10 p.m. at night. I haven't eaten, I'm on my period, so I'm so happy. But I'm also so glad that you've reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found a bunch of new products you want to try. I have to mention they are not all must-haves, they are all nice to haves in life, so choose what you need and then try it out. If you really feel like it, there's no pressure for you to go and buy all of this. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It's been such a fun year for me on YouTube because I did not take it seriously, and I feel like this year I really understood why I should. So I really want to thank you for being here. Your presence on my channel honestly means a lot to me. Have a happy holiday, happy new year. I will see you in the next year. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Okay, bye.